It's time! It's time! It's it's not Vader time, unfortunately, it's NXT time! And I know it's only been 2 weeks, I know this could be a coincidence, it's actually probably been going on longer than 2 weeks, so I'm not going to blame it on the logo change. But NXT has been disappointing for me the last 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 weeks. I don't know what's happened.
When did Triple H come into power? About 6 weeks ago.
Let's just blame that big-nosed bastard Triple H. I don't know what's happened, but listen, I want the old NXT.
See to me, like
when I say the old NXT, I don't mean the black and gold shit. I mean the good NXT, the fun NXT. Where is it? Where did it go?
I think it's very phony and pathetic and petty of Triple H to already, we're talking like not even 2 months into it, and he scrapped the name, he scrapped the logos, he scrapped the feel.
He's undoing
but he's
everything.
Kept the arena because he's a cheap bastard. I mean, it's the same arena, it's the same feel. If you want the black and gold, may as well go back to the full shebang.
What, Full Sail University? Or?
Yeah, but why did he need to do it? Why did Triple H feel the fucking need to do it?
Well, he's done quite a lot, hasn't he? He's reunited Imperium, he's gave people their second names back.
The Imperium!
I'm surprised he hasn't changed Gunther's name to Walter.
I know.
Just to be like, get it up, you McMahon. So, I guess, I mean, Triple H now being in charge of Raw and SmackDown, I guess that means he has less of an impact on NXT and it's more Shawn Michaels, but I don't know, for me, it's just not as good as
they've done some, I know what, I think since McMahon left, they've also had a bit more freedom maybe in NXT, like, in this opening segment, I think we get a wee example of that. I don't think in McMahon's, they would probably say this.
Well, I'll put it this way. All the new people who have been introduced to in NXT since Triple H took over have fucking sucked. It's just been all vanilla guys from NXT UK that I don't want to see.
Jockey Wilson! Fill the party!
Aye.
Gallus. They're not particularly great, are they? And talking to them, Alja Dragonov.
Who's not in Gallus, by the way.
Yeah,
so.
I know. I was referencing Gallus. Is that alright? I'm talking about the start of the show now.
What's that got to do with Gallus?
I was just saying Jockey Wilson and Phil Taylor because it's only people who have been called up recently.
But then you said speaking of talking to Gallus and you moved on to this guy. What's he got to do with Gallus?
Well, talking of dung then, right? Shite. Dragonov, man, he kicks off the show. He says, "I'm not here for Gunther. I'm here for Braun Breaker. Get your bodies today." Brilliant. Then he's interrupted by Bobblehead. What's this guy's name?
Jordan Devlin.
Well, it's JD McConaughey, actually, mate. I'm the guy that watches these shows weekly. I'm the guy that matters. He said, you had your shot at the top, man. You're not getting that title. I don't care what you did in NXT UK. You're a bum. Out comes Braun Breaker. He said, if you want a match and you want a match and I'm the champ, and if my math's correct, you got a 33% chance of winning. Let's make it a triple threat match, brother. Great. Cheap pop for me. I ended the segment. A complete reference here to a Scott Steiner promo in TNA 14 years ago. Would this have happened under Finney Mac? My money would be on no. And I enjoyed this. If the show would end right now, I'd rate it 10.
I wouldn't go that far like about it. I don't think Braun Breaker's that good. I really don't. The fact is, what?
He's good. He's not brilliant, but he's good.
I like the fact that he looks like a real champion, right? He's related to Scott Steiner, and he sounds a bit like Scott Steiner. So that's the pros. And he's okay in the ring, but he's not Scott when it comes to talking. Like,
aye, but he's not Rick Evers.
So don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, he talks better than Steiner in terms of actually fluent English. I mean, he can actually understand the English language better than Scott Steiner ever could.
I'll put it this way, right? He could have been Rick. He could have been Scott. He's somewhere in the middle, leaning more towards Scott. Is that not what we wanted?
Nah, I think he's leaning more towards Rick.
What?
He comes out and goes, ooh, ooh, ooh. You see more Scott Steiner than Braun than Rick?
He sounds far more like Scott.
No, he sounds like Scott Steiner. I'm not denying that. But in terms of promo ability, you think he's closer to Scott Steiner than he is to Rick?
Well, Rick was pretty pish. All he had was ooh.
Alright, and so Braun Breaker steals
I watched WCW. I've watched it. You haven't watched it.
I watched it when it was happening, right? Braun Breaker been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Braun Breaker, like, quotes a maths quotation and all of a sudden he's The Rock.
It was a good opener. You know what? Considering there was 2 boring bastards in the ring, he literally said the only thing that I could have rated the segment a 10, and he went and said it.
Look,
so for me it was good.
He looks the part. I think I say this in every single NXT review. I can, and like, see in a couple of years' time, you can see this guy's face on WrestleMania billboards, right? You can see it. You can, like the likes of Braun Breaker. You can see. You know, main event WrestleMania, the likes of Jordan Devlins and Tyler Bates, those guys have got fucking no chance. Those guys would be lucky if they even get on the WrestleMania pre-show. So, we know that, right?
NXT toilet brand.
I'm just saying, I don't think Braun Breaker is as good or anywhere near Scott Steiner.
Well, he's not. Who's saying that?
Well, you're kind of saying he's closer to Scott than he is to Rick.
That doesn't mean Scott's pish. It means Rick's pish. Scott's the man, and Braun Breaker's no bad.
I want to see Scott Steiner come back, right? Bury the hatchet with Triple H and be Braun's manager.
Well, I think he must have buried the hatchet with Triple H. He's been back. He was on table for free.
I might actually watch that, right? Anyway.
Well, it was him, and Rick.
Can they just skip the Rick parts? Rick was alright. Why are we making as if Rick's the worst thing ever in wrestling?
He's not.
There's been a lot of worse things since Rick decided to disappear.
Anyway, opening segment, I'd give it a 10. What do you give it?
Fucking 10. No, seriously, what are you giving it?
Oh, it's probably about a 6.
Aye, 6 is more like it. It's 10. Fuck me. I couldn't tell you last time we had a 10 in wrestling. You think that segment was better than the Bloodline on SmackDown?
I just said 6, mate.
What would you give the Bloodline opening segment on SmackDown?
I'd probably give it like a 7.
It's better than that. Anyway, moving on.
Well, hold on. It's Roman Reigns talking, I'm gonna take off the shirt, replace it with this one.
Yeah, but it's Sami Zayn.
But it's this. Sami Zayn's the man, right? But take away Sami Zayn. Say that's fucking... I don't know. JD McGonagall. And Roman Reigns is like, yeah.
Then I'd probably switch that off.
You can't get the shirt off your bobblehead. Just rip it. You know, because I'm the big dog.
I mean, fuck off. No.
He hasn't been doing the big dog gimmick for fucking years, mate.
Because he's the wee dog. He's the tribal chief who got pissed on by the big dog.
My ball's at the head of the table. Anyway, right, moving on.
And my treats are delivered by the Usos. Right, can we move on to the next thing? Because I've spent about 10 minutes talking about how this is a 6.
Right, up next with Fallon Henry versus Mandy what's that fucking red-haired chick for Scotland called?
Alba Fire.
As Alba Fire would call her, Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose. I might stop doing YouTube. See, every time I hear fucking Alba Fire speak, it makes me think, damn it, that Scottish accent sounds pish.
No, but no, you notice about the maybe not with gals. I think they just talk the way they talk. I feel like with her,
she's putting on.
She tries to make it more.
Mandy Rose, I'm going to show you the fire.
She's been told to like slow it down and like make the words.
Show me the fire, damn it.
Yeah, you know. But Mandy Rose wins, but Alba Fire, man, this is horrendous, man. What, lighting the tip of a baseball bat on fire?
So Mandy Rose wins. Toxic Attraction are standing in the ring. Mandy Rose appears on the screen. She says, she says something about, what did she say?
Alba Fire?
Aye. She didn't really say anything, right? She just had a baseball bat and it's lit on fire.
I don't do talking. I do actions.
No. She didn't say that. She's, I don't do verbal threats. I do visual threats and then, or something like that, and then just set this wee pavement thing on fire, and it says hashtag and new.
Now, if it said hashtag I'm going to kill you, you can see why Toxic Attraction may sell this, right? But they sell it like their house has been burnt down.
Well, I guess they don't. I guess Mandy Rose doesn't want to look. They didn't sell it like that, for fuck's sake.
What?
What show you watching, man?
Well, hold on, right? So it said hashtag and new. Well, why should they sell that? If she has belief in her ability and talks about, I'm the champ and Alba Fire's pissed, then why should her spelling out and new mean anything to her? I mean, see if Austin holding fucking the Undisputed Championship and Horswall comes out and writes and new, is he going to shite himself?
Well, that's a very good point. I like now you're doing better, right? So when you break it down like that, yeah, I mean, if Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction believe that she ain't going to win the belt, then her lighting and new on fire is not going to change that.
She should have to do something with that baseball bat to like make it look like she is capable, rather than writing, because we cannot write unless you're a spastic. Or
unless they were going for the fact that it was on fire. You know, it's like...
Well, I'm Alba Fire. Aye, get in the bin, man. Get in the bin. Talking of red, Apollo Crews says...
Before we continue, though...
Oh, no.
Just want to make an announcement that Capri Suns have now went with paper straws over plastic. In case anyone was curious about that.
Everyone was curious about that, but Apollo Crews is up next. He's talking... I like Apollo Crews and he's wee weird set. He's on his phone. He's talking about how he's seeing visions, and he's seeing this vision of Grayson Waller because he made his eye bleed, so he's going to make maybe his eyes bleed because he puts off the glasses, and Grayson Waller's seeing red, blood dripping from his eyes. You saw this, the blood. Oh, the blood.
Lots of blood, damn it. Triple H recently came out and says that he doesn't like blood, by the way, and that blood is like beyond him, and it's something they've done in the past, and that he's not proud of it.
Sounds like a good product.
Fucking gross it, Triple H. You fucking cowardly bastard, man. Ruining wrestling. To everyone, oh, I can't wait till Vince McMahon is dead. No, CM Punk actually got it right.
Why can't he come out and say...
It's going to be run by his doofus son-in-law and idiotic daughter.
Why can't he just come out and say, he's like, I think in the past he might have used blood too much, but I do feel like it enhances the big moments in matches. Something like that, which I could agree with. I think the way AEW did it, man, Moxley's cutting a promo backstage and there's fucking blood pissing down his head. Because he blades like Ric Flair.
But I think half the time in AEW it's not even blade jobs, it's just like being dangerous and they actually legit cut each other and stuff like that.
No, but it's like when you seen like Roman against Brock, man, like one of them's bleeding in the big main event, it's like,
like that SummerSlam match could have done with blood. Could have.
Aye.
We didn't get it.
So Clash at the Castle could have done with blood. You know, your big main event. I mean, seeing you've got Hell in a Cell or Elimination Chamber match,
you're having this pit match with Seth Rollins and Riddle. I mean, should realistically we not be getting blood in that?
Is what it is. Is what it is. But next up, we've got Wesley taking on Tony D. Wesley came out with a Make-A-Wish kid. Did he get 100 grand for it? Not sure. But Tony D, he could be soon on Make-A-Wish because during this match, he cracks his dome off the turnbuckle. Referee throws up an X.
See,
break it down.
At the time, At the time, I thought this was like kayfabe just to give Wesley the win and not like damage Tony D. And because Wesley looked legitimately pissed that he didn't get to win the match fair and square, but seems like this is actually a legit injury. So fuck, who knows?
Have you googled it?
I did actually, didn't see much on it, like, but apparently Tony D could be hurt.
But what's the injury? Is it just a concussion?
I thought he snapped his wrist or something. His wrist was looking weird. Anyway, Tony D, right? I like the guy when he's doing backstage segments. See, when he's in the ring, he's just not really.
No, but he's supposed to be the Don, right? The head of the table.
So for me, he shouldn't be wrestling. Should be two stacks or two dimes.
No, I agree, but if you're on, like, so I mean, I know it's wrestling and it's like a pish match in reality. It's not like, you know, the head. It's not like Walter White, man. He's in a business meeting and he's broke the tip of his finger and he pulls out the biggest meth deal in the Northwest or something. I get that, but at the same time, if he's the head man, is that no a bit pish? Say Roman Reigns breaks his wrist, head of the table, main event, and this is going to throw up the X.
Probably not.
Or is he going to put the glove on it and fucking do some sort of punches?
Yeah, nah, very anticlimactic ending there, and it made Tony D look very weak, in my opinion. Speaking of weak, speaking of pretty deadly, this was pretty gay, and it's not the first time I've said that, and it won't be the last. We get a day in the life of Pretty Deadly. Shows you them, you know, feeding each other breakfast in bed, brushing each other's hair, dressing each other, just basically touching each other for 3 minutes. Bit weird.
Bit gay.
Yeah, and then they finish the day, their day finishes by going to sleep together in the same bed. Bit strange there, but I mean, it is what it is.
Next
I don't mind them, but I mean, we had the debut of Soul Roku, and she looks absolutely garbage.
Not worrying about this, right? We're going ahead to the next match. Cameron Grimes, Joe Gacy, 32,000 views, and this match 54. Cameron Grimes and Joe Gacy would be considered NXT stars, wouldn't they? And yet they're getting 22,000 less views than Sol Ruka and Amari Miller.
Yeah,
and they're not in the million club, like. They're in the 50,000 club.
I think with the debut, you can maybe look past it.
Oh, the debut, man! It's no Brock Lesnar. It's so.
We don't know who it is. You need to tune in to see who it is, don't you?
Aye, all right. Aye, but it's not like it's the AJ Styles has finally came down.
I know, but maybe they'll find out after tuning in. They'll be like, "Oh fuck, that debut was shit."
They can't wrestle. They can't work.
Wasn't it good anyway? Sol Ruku wins. Then we have Cameron Grimes versus Joe Gacy. boring match. The Diads get involved. I mean, the Diads, two fucking retarded looking bastards. Finish. How'd the finish go again?
Basically, Joe Gacy wins.
Do you want to explain how?
Oh, well, the Diads get in. The one-eyed guy who I just don't rate. I think he looks like Kane on crack, but not a good Kane on crack. Get involved. Joe Gacy with his manoeuvre. He's just a Poundland Bray Wyatt with shirt and tie in it. Well, shirt and trousers. Isn't he?
Aye.
Picks up the win, and Grayson Waller then says, I won't be seeing red on the Waller Effect next week because I have Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. And
They'll be seeing red instead. I mean, Grayson Waller. I mean, I like Grayson Waller's alright. Like, he's got something. I'm not going to sit here and say he doesn't.
He's a man, Grayson Waller, isn't he?
He's alright. Speaking, then we had Caden Carter versus Nikita Lyons.
No kills NXT. Throwaway women matches. Not that don't have throwaway men's, but when the women have throwaway matches and they're shite and they can't work and they're sloppy, it shows up a lot more than the men, I think.
I just don't like this tag team of Caden Carter and Katrina Chance. Just too fucking boring. They come out clapping to the audience with their feet. Just...
We're the champion, man.
I don't get it. Nikita Lyons beats Caden Carter. Then we got Andrew Chase rallying his students. Someone called Dave. Some question about how's he going to be able to beat Von Fagner when he's never beaten before.
We need his 5-star game.
And what?
He said his 5-star game. Obviously a reference to Dave Meltzer.
Alright, okay.
So yeah, he says you will need to be on your 5-star game to beat that big boring lanky bastard. And who the fuck do you think you are, Dave?
I bet you think that was a 5-star question. Ripping the piss out of Dave Meltzer, that does it for me. Like that's...
Yeah. Another 10 segment here. They know what they're doing. But again, I mean, they're mentioning Dave Meltzer in a Scott Steiner promo 14 years ago. Is that not something AEW would do?
Yeah.
Not good. Then, something not good. We have Nathan Fraser cutting a promo in some field in England football pitch on about how he used to play for a team. He was used to extra time because it's one each with him and Exium. He used to score goals. And then it shows you him scoring an overhead kick. And it's pish. He barely gets like a foot off the ground, and then like he kicks it into the ground. And there's no goalie. It's not like he showed you footage for a match. And then when it did show you footage from a match, he's explaining the goal. It didn't really happen, so don't really understand what's going on there. We then have Dragonov taking on Shio Quinn. Dragonov picks up the win, but the worst is yet to come because Quincy Elliott is backstage talking to Poundland Great Khali, basically on about. I mean, I hate this Quincy Elliott guy. I can't actually stand him. Can you?
No, he's just a big fat gay combination of Mabel.
He's like
Mabel, Goldust, and Rico. I think someone
it's
says
like the worst. Fine, it's like the worst Biggie Smalls gay cosplay you'll ever see in your life. But CO Quinn walks backstage, and then he's like, hey CO. I can't really do the guy's voice, man. I can't really do a gay black guy's voice, but he basically says, I've been watching to see the X Factor, and you're no having it lately. Ta-ta! And then walked off. And it's like, why is this CO Quinn guy, who looks like a big MMA guy, just fucking no battering him?
Yeah, why is he not just destroying him right there and right then? I mean, that would have made sense to me, but didn't it happen? Speaking of CO Quinn, he takes on Ela.
We've already mentioned the match. I've covered the match. Where have you been?
Have we?
Aye, pay attention.
Sorry.
Pay attention.
Sorry, not like me to fall asleep during an NXT review.
Brutus Creed versus Damien Kemp.
Brutus?
Oh, Brutus. Somebody call my mama. Dunno. Somebody call the remote. Change the channel. Anyway, right. Damien Kemp just goes, you know what? I can't be arsed beating up this Down syndrome guy. Right, yeah, you know what? I'm botching these names on purpose. They're pish. Grabs a chair, cracks him. Good night. DQ. We move on. Simple as that.
The Diamond Mine has exploded.
Roderick Strong, the 4th best member of the Undisputed
We think, there's no way it can be worse than Bobby Fish. Like, I refuse to believe it.
I know, but at least you can rip the piss out of him. What can you rip the piss out of Roderick Strong?
He's strong.
He's a man, a real strong man.
Then we get Wendy Chu. She says she got plans to teach Lash Legend a lesson. Then you get Lash Legend saying she doesn't really care about, her being a baby or whatever, but she cares about when she's taking, like, TV time away from her, blah, 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 blah. Just see two talking about each other, setting up a match, wait for next week. Was it bad? Not really. I mean, it was alright. It was alright.
Aye, I mean, mentioning Beyonce, like, in this feud, it's like, what the fuck are we doing here?
It was alright.
It was all...
I tell you what, right, people, Naomi took a bit of a hissy fit today on Twitter because someone compared her to Lash Legend, and Naomi says that people need to stop comparing black female wrestlers with each other. I don't know why everything has to get turned into race, right? I mean, literally someone just compared them, that Naomi remains, like, Lash Legend reminds her of Naomi. First, right, what's it got to do with being a black female, right? It's got nothing to do with race or gender, so don't know why that's getting brought into it. Secondly, I mean, I think from what I've seen in Lash Legend, she's a lot more charismatic than Naomi ever has been. Like, a lot of people want to make it as if Naomi's this great fucking person, right?
She's fucking shite.
She's okay in the ring, right? She's alright in the ring, average in the ring, and she's got, see when you take away her entrance, she comes out with the glow sticks and stuff, and yeah, the entrance looks cool and all that stuff, but see once the entrance finishes, like, what has she got?
Hee-haw.
Aye, and she stole Kofi Kingston's spot in the Royal Rumble. Apart from that, what's she got?
Lash Legend's better, man.
In the ring, I'm not saying, I mean...
Couldn't hold a fucking candle to Jacqueline.
No. Anyway.
So let's compare to other black women, damn it. Anyway, up next, Alba Fire gets her baseball bat out, interrupts a 3-on-2 promo between two jobbers and Toxic Attraction. Lights a line on fire. Damn, I'm speaking like this.
Yeah, so it's Toxic Attraction, say to Nikita Lyons, and the chick that looks like a fucking...
Mongo.
Ape. I'm going to say ape. Looks like a retarded ape, so I'm sticking with it. Then they say, we got the numbers advantage. Then Alba Fire comes up and goes, Mandy Rose, the numbers are now even. What you going to do? I mean, fuck off. She can't beat Mandy Rose next week or at Halloween Havoc, whenever the fuck it is. I refuse to believe that Mandy Rose is going to lose her belts to Alba Fire. Hopefully not. Then in the main event, we have some form of, like, pub rules match. Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. We've got the Americans versus the Scottish men. And in all fairness, I mean, I thought Briggs and Jensen just buried them. I mean, Gallus here didn't get much offense in. Got completely wiped out. They even had the numbers advantage late on. It was like 3-on-2. And they just got beat badly.
Table spots galore.
It was weird. I mean, this wasn't... Towards the end, this wasn't like 50-50. This was just Briggs and Jensen battering Gallas. Then at the end of the match, I guess they're trying to get some heat back on Gallas. Gallas, and they strike a security guy, they strike an official, and this causes the cops to come out. And the cops arrest Gallas and lead Gallas out of the rampway to end NXT. I mean, this must be one of the most, like, lame and unneeded arrests of all time.
Yeah,
I mean, when I think, like, when you've got Austin getting arrested for battering McMahon, I mean, that makes sense.
He's top dog, he's the company.
Like,
the owner of the company, damn it.
But you're getting, these guys are getting arrested just because they put their hands on an official and a security guy. I mean...
Yeah, it's not like they cracked the big, the bottle of beer over his head, like.
And what, police were just waiting on stand. It just doesn't make sense to me, like, why this happened, like, you know what I mean?
Referees get attacked in more or less every match.
How many times did Triple H fucking deck El Hebner or Jim White?
Or El Hebner did it to him.
Then they see the police running it to arrest Triple H. To me, it just seemed like... I mean, surely arresting someone should have an impact. It should benefit the show. It should be a reason for doing it. Or someone getting arrested, it should add something. See, to me, honestly, I don't think is Gallus getting arrested do anything for you than it would have if they just left on their own?
No, because getting arrested would mean something. One, if you care, and two, what they're doing warrants an arrest.
The only way I could see this being a thing is if they're trying to write Gallus off. If Gallus are going to NXT Europe or something, or if they don't want Gallus on NXT, then I guess fair enough. You can make up.
No, but
again, what are you going to really
matters
do?
more if you know. Like, I'm never going to do time, you know. But like, if Walter White gets arrested for doing meth, and I've already mentioned Walter White, but you know he's going to get shafted with a load of years up his ass, right? But see if he gets arrested for jaywalking, walking into fucking school, you know he's not going to do years. He'll be like within an hour. He won't even get arrested. He might get into handcuffs if he starts screaming horse with no name. But it is what it is, and we have to rate the show.
Was that really necessary to edit that fucking...
Well, hold on, right? Would you rather me mention Walter White, a guy who's fucking over, or you mention a paper straw in the back of a Capri Sun? You dick.
Fair point. Right, let's rate the show.
2 out of 10.
Why are you giving it a 2 out of 10?
I like two things about it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll get them.
And I actually do feel like that most of the promos, apart from Alba Fire, were alright.
I'll give it a 2 out of 10 as well, guys. Alright, it was.
The main event was alright, bar the ending.
It was a bad show, but it wasn't horrible, right? It was just bad.
It was bad.
Bad. I mean, it was boring as fuck with a couple of okay things, in my opinion. So there you go. That's your NXT review.
25 minutes.
2 out of 10. Deal with it. Well, if you had both our scores, you get a Bret Hart 4 out of 10. So.
Damn, 4 out of 20, mate.
Alright then. Fuck. Till next time. Peace.